So over the last couple of days, I've been quite annoyed, a little bit upset as well. I've been bombarded with messages saying, "Bro, well, what's Jivie saying about you? Why is he doing this and whatnot?" And to be honest, I wasn't aware of it because he blocked and unfriended me on all our social media accounts. And this was a person that I counted as a good friend. We've been friends since 2018, 2017. I can't really remember. Probably 2018 when we met each other at Lucy's end of year meet. And we bonded over our love of cars, our unique thoughts of our cars and whatnot. And that's how our relationship started. Quite normal. And over the years, I've always thought that I was a good friend. I always thought that I helped him. I was there for him. And, you know, it's just what friends do, right? So I saw him go through things, especially with his car. And he got to a point where he was literally just freaking out, like, what am I going to do now? The guy that was meant to paint and shave my bay, doesn't want to do it anymore. He says that someone else has to weld it because he doesn't have time and he can paint it. And Jivie was calling me, we were talking, he was freaking out. And me being the friend I am, that I think that I am, said, "Hey, give it to me. I've done these things before. I've painted bays, I've shaved some bays and whatnot. Obviously my methods are a little bit unorthodox. I'm not going to deny that. But I've done a few bays." And I said, "Don't worry about it. Send it to me. I'll do it for you. I'll help you out because I'm willing to do that for you because you're my friend." Any other person, I would have been like, "No way. I don't want to bar with that." But being friends, I'm like, I can help you. And this is kind of where everything started falling apart for him. Me, unknowingly, knew nothing. But apparently, after I was done with the car, he was not happy. Nor did he express any concerns or express any statements saying that he was unhappy with the car. And that's the part that really confused me, to be honest, because I thought everything was good. I thought he was happy. I've got the screenshots to prove it, the receipts. Prove it, the receipts, to say he was over the moon. He was even talking to his friends. His friends are asking who did it. And he said, "Oh, my friend Q, blah, blah, blah." And then over the last couple of days, he posted this. And at first I was like, that's a little bit strange. But this happened all after he unfriended me. And I was confused, but somehow I knew it was coming. And I am the first person, don't get me wrong, I am the first person to shit on myself. When it comes to workmanship, my painting, my welding, I'm happy to shit on myself. But the single bit that annoyed me the most was, I thought we were friends. And for him to actually turn around and say the things that he said about our friendship, really annoyed me because I went above and beyond for this guy. I wanted nothing but the best for him and his car and anything he wanted to do in life. I supported him when he wanted to say he wanted to move on from his career. I supported him with his ideas to change directions with his car. Obviously, I also mentioned some of my objections because all I wanted was him to finish the car, to enjoy it. And that's what his Smurf was supposed to be. A car that was modified and a convenient daily. So he kind of missed out on the daily part. So I was always trying to steer him back into that direction. Just drive your car. Don't turbo it straight away. Enjoy the car for what it is. Do it down the track. Plan for it. This and that. But we know Jivie. We all know Jivie. He gets super excited. And he wanted to enter shows. He wanted to win competitions. He wanted to wow the masses with his car. I think, what colour is that? Lightning blue, whatever that blue is. Exterior, yellow engine bay, turbocharger. It was everything's shaved, everything's gone. It would just stun everyone. That's the thoughts. And my job was, hey, if you want to do that, I'll get you there. I'll make sure your car is done and ready for you to start. And I spent countless hours every single day. Every single day. Like, this was basically my full-time job was to get Jivie's car done. And obviously we jumped into some hiccups and whatnot because welder after welder fell through. Some welders were better than others. Some welders were too expensive. But, you know, I helped with the first welder. Jivie recommended the second welder to work on all the delete plates and whatnot. And it got to a stage where he was like, we've got no one else. I've got no one else that can do this. We're going to run out of time. And like I said, as the friend that I think I am, don't worry, I'll do it. I will jump on the welder. And he saw me welding. He saw me do everything.
So, because I know how much you like extra, G, check this out. I made this block-off plate for this area. It'll sit perfectly in there and cover up the hole. Just got to clean up the metal, replicate it on the other side, and then what we'll do is we'll TIG weld this side first. MIG weld, and then we'll drag it all down, and then I'll get him to fill the back side. I left a little edge for him to fill in, and that way it should sit nicely. Other than that, it's a lot of cutting, a lot of trimming. This side, I'm not too sure. I need your insights. Alright, and that's done. Brush down. Waiting for water to come on Friday. I took a little bit too much out, but he could fill that up. Probably have to get this side down a little bit, but this side fits nicely right against it. I'll bang this down a little bit so it gets a little bit straight, but the holes have been cut. This side will sit like
saw me do everything, and he saw what the work was going to be looking like. Even after we grinded it down and smoothed it out, it didn't look great. How are you supposed to make a piece of crap look great? My welds being the crap part. And he was happy with it. That's what I was aware of. He was happy, over the moon, excited, exhilarated. He was taking photos. He was doing voiceovers and whatnot. He was over the moon when we started hitting milestones, getting that welded, getting that filled, getting it into primer, correcting the primer, correcting the filler, getting it ready for painting it. And don't get me wrong, I was completely transparent. If there was a defect, if there was a run, if there was something, I told him about it. There was actually a pool of a clear coat that pulled up on the rear passenger side subframe, but you couldn't see it. I could barely see it. And the reason for why that happened was because when we masked the warehouse, there was no light. I couldn't see anything, and the engine bay is yellow. I didn't see anything until we unraveled everything, and we're like, oh, what the? And by that point, it was really tacky. I couldn't do anything about it. But you know, I told him about all the defects. He saw the defects. He was worried about little dust nibs and stuff like that. Dust nibs are relatively quite easy to get rid of, but worry about that after. But I think he felt ripped off, but I gave him everything. I went above and beyond in terms of what I'm capable of. Never have I done a job that intricate for an engine bay. Normally, for the engine bays that I do, very OEM plus, we weld the strut towers, the top strut towers, seal them up, fill them up, fiberglass fill them, back them with sticky tape or whatever. Whatever we did it. To smooth out the edges, to make everything look nice. We use filler as usual. I've done it on total of 4 engine bays. So, like I said, I imagine that, you know, I'm quite okay with doing these, but unfortunately, Jivie wasn't happy with this, nor did he express any negative comments about the engine bay. But slowly, I saw posts coming from his Facebook, Instagram, saying he's redoing this. At first I was like, okay, that's cool. Maybe it wasn't as perfect as he wanted, and that's fine. And then we saw some other things getting done, and look, I'm not stupid, right? But at the end of the day, I'm like, Jivie, I am not offended because we're friends. So you do you, and good luck to you. And I was supporting you all the way. I was supporting all your videos, saying, and I commented, like, I shit on myself in your videos. Like when you posted out videos of who the hell did this, who the hell did that welding, I'm like, hey, if anyone's curious, I'm the welder because I'm that guy. I'm an honest person, Jivie. I tried to help. I tried to help you specifically. And I just don't understand how you could call me a shit friend or a friend that's not worth having around or not in your life and something like that. Like, why? When you needed something, I was there for you. When you needed help on anything with your car and you couldn't go to T, you came to me. I didn't have any objections. I didn't palm you off. Yeah, come over all the time. Every single time. I've always said, come over. You want to go to a car meet? Come over. I'll go with you. If it's a local one, let's go together. Let's get something to eat. Hey Q, Chap Laps is coming up. Can I borrow your car? Sure, take my car. Hey Q, do you reckon it'd be alright if we put a sound system in your car? Sure, I'll do that for you. Like, it's very confusing because I was doing everything possible for our friendship because that's what it meant to me. But I got blindsided when you blocked me and started saying all those things, and I just don't think that was very truthful. So throughout this video, you'll see you would have seen my receipts that I've got, and all I can say is, Jivie, are you okay? What can I do? And look, and if this was a lapse in judgment and if you're just upset over something else that triggered this, that's fine. We all have those days. But just reach out, man. If you need to talk to me, I'm not going to hold this against you. If you want to reach out, contact me. I'm there for you, all right? So, peace out. Thanks.